Okay, we are live. Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? I know I started like 10 minutes early, but I thought this was really important and that I should get started right away. Press 1 if you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, that's great. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so tonight we're talking about some really important things. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight, tonight's video is for anyone who works with in corporate America, or actually any corporation globally. Okay, it's important that you guys have vision for what's preparing to take place in the employment sector. And I mentioned this in a video about a month ago, and I just feel that I need to rehash some of the things that I spoke about in that video. And I'm going to be doing it tonight. I'm going to keep this short and straight to the point and get started right away. This is for anyone who works in a corporate environment. And it doesn't matter, what field you're in. I don't want to be the bearer. Oh, no. Is Queen V in here? If she's in here, I can make her a mod. Oh, okay. Let me make her a mod right now. Let's see. Queen V. Hold on. It's moving. Okay, Queen V. Queen V. Okay. Queen V is a mod. Okay, wonderful. So thank you for that, Stella. Okay, so before we get started, right, I just tell everyone thank you. As you know, this is a sister channel. And I want to let everyone know, again, this is a rehash on a topic that I spoke about 2 months ago. Okay, and I'm rehashing that now. And it's important that if you're working in a corporate job, okay, you have to prepare for the massive overhaul that's going to take place. And I don't want to leave you guys in a position where I see something and not let you know. Okay, so many of you are really good at listening, paying attention, and really, really, really putting things into play while we're still at home for the most part. So let's talk about where we're going with this. Okay. So this was an article that's on blacksunrise.com. Okay. The job market. Okay. Watch this. Major companies discuss permanent telecommuting positions. This is a big issue. Okay. How many of you have been paying attention to the change that's going on, that's slowly taking place in the employment sector? I could do about it. Really, that's just the devil's. So I'll just repeat what I said. How many of you have been paying attention to the employment sector? I thank you, Ecourse, for that, by the way. But at the same time, every time I get on here, they do this kind of stupid stuff. I apologize for the buffering. It's not really my fault. They just do this. But thank you for that, Ecourse. Thank you. Excellent. So Stella has been paying attention. Is anyone else paying attention to what they're telling you? Many working from home, and it will stay that way. Yes, Queen. Yes. True. You said this months ago, right, Zulu Warrior? Right. Okay, so watch this. They're coming out now and they're telling you, okay, major companies discuss permanent telecommuting positions. Let's read the article really quickly. With millions of Americans working from home successfully, remember I told you guys, I said, COVID, do what the state tells you to do. Wear your mask, wear your gloves, practice social distancing. Okay, do what you need to do to take care of your health. But what did I tell you guys before? It's the key to understanding COVID-19. I always said, watch everything else. I said, do not just focus on COVID-19, focus on what's taking place with everything else. And that is also employment, right? Millions of Americans working from home successfully. They just tested telecommuting. Why can't I say that word all of a sudden? I'm thinking telecommunications. Telecommuting. Watch this. Major companies are discussing a permanent shift to telecommuting and reduced office space. And they said, due to coronavirus and nationwide stay-at-home orders. It's beginning to look like this thing was planned. Companies have been forced to embrace telecommuting. With more than 2 months of evidence at hand, companies are seeing that productivity has not suffered, and the need for employees to commute is not necessary. Telecommuting also allows company, watch this, keywords, to save money from what many expect to be a prolonged economic slump. Last week, Nationwide Insurance announced a plan to permanently transition to telecommuting operations in 4 main corporate campuses and working from home in most other locations. Are you following this? So if you are bingo, downsizing, getting rid of the expensive real estate. I think it was all planned. I agree. I think it was totally all planned. Yep, Zulu Warrior, yep. So why am I doing this video? Because many people, especially in particular Black people, they're not preparing. Because many people are just like, get coronavirus over and let's go back to normal. It's not, the employment sector is not going back to normal. This is the new normal. We've been investing, watch this, in our technological capabilities for years, and those investments really paid off when we needed to transition quickly to a 98% work from home model. Nationwide CEO Kurt Walker said in a press release, our associates and our technology team have proven to us that we can serve our members and partners with extraordinary care with a large portion of our team working from home. Guys, if you work for this company or you know anyone who works with Nationwide, pay attention to this one. The company plans to close offices in Gainesville, Florida, Harleysville, Pennsylvania, Raleigh, North Carolina, Warsaw, Wisconsin, Richmond, Virginia, and move employees to permanent telecommuting positions. So Gainesville, Florida, there should be a semicolon. Or this should be a semicolon, I should say. Harleysville, Pennsylvania, Raleigh, North Carolina, Warsaw, Wisconsin, Richmond, Virginia. Pay attention. Watch this. Food giant Mondelez said during an earnings call Tuesday, earnings calls, this is to investors, it will go through adjustments that will make it easier for the company to function, watch this, during a recession, including a reassessment of where people work. Watch this. Maybe we don't need all the offices that we currently have around the world. Around the world. Not just America, around the world. So there is a major effort taking place as it relates to the costs in the business. Mondelez CEO said according to CNBC. Costs, all that hard real estate. They're like, scrap it. If we could get 70% of our employees working from home, we don't need all that expensive real estate. And that's going to free up a lot of money if they can do the same job and produce what? The same earnings. It could probably increase those earnings because you have a lot less, recurring liabilities. Okay, watch this. Now we're getting into the big boys. Morgan Stanley CEO, doesn't get bigger than that. James Gorman said he doesn't know what the future of work will be. Watch this. But added the company would need much less real estate in the future. Morgan Stanley, any of you work with Morgan Stanley? Guys, get the likes up. Get the likes up, guys. The likes are free. It's just your thumbs or your index finger. Get the likes up. Come on, let's get the likes up, guys. Likes are free. So now we're getting into the big boys. Morgan Stanley CEO is talking about less real estate in the future. Guys, come on. Watch this. It gets worse. The company said 90% of employees have been working from home during the pandemic. Didn't I tell you guys 2 months ago, start preparing? And if you can't work from home, you're getting fired. 90% of employees have been working from home during the pandemic. Watch this. We've proven we can operate with no footprint. They mean no carbon footprint. Gorman, that's Morgan Stanley CEO, said in a recent Bloomberg interview, "Can I see a future where part of every week, certainly part of every month, a lot of our employees will be at home?" Absolutely. Once reserved for freelancers and new businesses, telecommuting, I keep thinking telecommunications, has skyrocketed since Corona started. Watch this. This is where it becomes problematic. However, only 20% of African Americans and 16% of Hispanics have the ability to work from home. We're going to change that today because we're going to get into some articles and hopefully you're going to purchase books on how to make yourself a viable candidate to work from home so you don't get a pink slip. You have to start now. Is everyone following? Right? Guys, come on, guys. 10 more people. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let me just post this link so you guys can read it. Come on, guys. The likes are free. It's just a thumb or an index finger. Likes are free. Get the likes up. Likes are free, guys. All right. Here's the other one. This is from Security Magazine. Watch this. 74%. Guys, look at these numbers. Morgan Stanley is saying 90%. And now finance leaders are saying 74%. They're looking at every Black person working in finance. Please begin to set up your office at home. Watch this. Intend to shift some employees to remote work permanently post-Corona. Okay. A Gartner Inc. survey of 317 CFOs, chief financial officers, and finance leaders on March 30th, 2020 revealed that 74% intend to move at least 5% of their previously on-site workforce to permanently remote positions. So 74% of 317, how many corporations is that? How many how many corporations is that? So let's see here. Let's do some quick calculations. 1 second here. Ah, damn. Why is it doing that? Uh, 317 companies. 234 finance companies wants to move working at home. Okay? Now, if you don't qualify because you're not prepared to work from home, they may fire you. Okay? So pay attention to that. Right? Let's get the likes up, guys. All right, let's continue. This data is an example of the lasting impact of the current coronavirus crisis will have on the way companies are doing business, said Alexander Bant, practice vice president. Let me just make this bigger because it's kind of small. Sorry. Okay, watch this. CFOs already under pressure to tightly manage costs clearly sense an opportunity to realize the cost benefits of a remote workforce. In fact, nearly 40% of their on-site employees to a permanent remote position. Okay, what percentage of your workforce will remain permanently remote post-COVID? So blue and gray are percentage of the companies, okay, who were not remote before COVID. So gray, 26%, 0% will move, okay? So 26% of the corporations, gray means these are the corporations, 0% will remain remote, will remain remote. 5% of the 27 corporations will remain remote. 10% of the corporation, 25%, will remain remote. 20% will remain remote of 17% of the corporations, and so on and so forth. Okay, watch this. 81% of CFOs previously telling Gartner that they planned to exceed their contractual obligations, watch this, to hourly workers. Remote work is one example of creative cost savings senior finance leaders are seeking in order to avoid more severe cuts and minimize the downside impact to operations. Downside meaning unemployment, pink slips. CFOs previously reported to Gartner that they were taking additional steps to support employees in the area by adjusting to more flexible work schedules and providing company-issued work from home equipment. These actions by finance leaders help minimize disruptions workers might be facing as a result of the crisis. Most CFOs recognize, watch this, that technology and society have evolved to make remote work more viable for a wider variety of positions than ever before, said Mr. Band. Within the finance function itself, 90%, there goes that number again, of CFOs previously reported to us that they expected minimal disruptions to their accounting close process, with almost all activities able to be executed off-site. And there's a high level of Black people working in finance. So if you are in finance, please set up your home office. As organizations continue to grapple with the ongoing business disruptions from COVID-19, watch this, permanent remote work could complement cost-cutting measures that CFOs have already taken, watch this, or plan to take. Cost-cutting measures, you know, the first thing they cut are employees. In Gartner's most recent survey, 20% of respondents indicated that they have deferred on-premise technology spend, with an additional 12% planning to do so. An additional 13% of respondents noted that they had already made cost reductions in real estate expenses, with another 9% planning to take actions in this area in the coming months. Yes, Zulu Warrior, this will be worldwide because a lot of these corporations that I'm talking about are multinationals and Fortune 500 corporations. You see what I'm saying? Right? Yep. So guys, pay attention to that. So we're looking at what the industry execs are saying, right? And they're telling you things are going to change. Now, what can you do about it? There goes the article. Okay, just let it post. What can you do about it? So the first thing you need to do is you need to research. If the industry executives are telling you, we're going to have to cut costs, and they're telling you one of the ways to make sure that you remain a viable employee and you're not getting cut is you have to be able to work from home. So those of you who have young children at home, you got to find a way. You got to find a way and you got to make a way. So watch this. So moneycrashers.com has an article on there that gives you general information about how to prepare to work from home. As you know, I do, and I find it really rewarding. And this is something that you could consider as well. Okay, so I think this is an old article. Well, actually, it's not that old. It's March 16, 2020. Watch this. Across a variety of industries and jobs, more people than ever are working from home. And this trend shows no indication of slowing down. None. Okay. It's not slowing down. 2019, the United States Census Bureau released an analysis of 2005 to 2018 data from its annual American Consumer Survey. The data shows that the number of employees who regularly work from home has grown 173%. 4.7 million employees now work from home at least half the time, and that statistic doesn't even include the self-employed. Okay. The types of occupations and industries that allow telecommuting run the gamut from computer and mathematical to business and financial to legal. And the Bureau's analysis shows that 50% of the US workforce holds a job compatible with at least partial work from home arrangements. The analysis also showed, watch this, that businesses, keyword, I watched a video yesterday on RT News. They said, America, the world is past a recession. We're going into depression. But I don't even want to say that. But they're saying that we could be heading into depression. Okay. But anyway, I don't want to be a doomsdayer. Okay. So I'm just showing people what they can do to protect themselves as much as possible if need be. If need be. The analysis also showed that businesses would, watch this, save an average of $11,000 per year for each employee they allowed to work from home at least part-time. $11,000 a year. Watch this. Let's say your corporation has 50,000 people. You're a multinational, 50,000 people. Okay, let's do some math here. Let's say you're a big corporation, you got 50,000 people. Okay, multiply that by 11,000. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's $550 million. $550 million you could potentially save. You think CFOs are not going to be considering working from home? right? Yep. Yes, E. Carter. E. Carter said something really good. Let me just change the screen here really quickly. Watch this. E. Carter said, I called support and I heard a baby crying in the background with the rep. Yep. 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 So this is why I'm making this video, right? People don't have to be suicidal. You don't have to be super suicidal or without hope. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing about the work from home, it's that it's people with white collar positions, white collar jobs. The blue collar jobs, if you don't need all those employees there, you're going to be cutting back. So, you know, they're going to be cutting. So at least, you know, there's some kind of, I mean, I don't have all the answers, but at least it's just better to be prepared than not be prepared at all. You know what I mean? Right? So we're trying to prevent people from, yeah, but you know, let's get into the antisocial in a second. That's a great point. Let's get back to the article really quickly and we'll address the antisocial aspect. The term telecommuting means that an employee has a flexible work arrangement in which they don't always have to travel to a central office building, campus, place of work. Instead, they work from a home office or other remote location. Okay. Okay, watch this. Some workers who telecommute do so 100% of the time, never traveling to a centralized office. Others simply work remotely part-time, 1 or more days per week or month. Telecommuting doesn't always mean the employee works from home, though that's common. They can work away from home in the world so long as they're able to be productive. Right? Let's get into some of the things. Why telecommuting? We don't have to get into that. You guys can read that. What employees need to know about telecommuting pros and cons, right? So let's just go through that really quickly. No distractions from co-workers, but if you have children who are home, there might be some distractions. If you have like things like babies, right? No commute. So that saves you can get to sleep an extra 2 hours, depending on your commute. Flexibility, okay? This is very true. And you can really, really, really like, you know, perhaps you'd like to exercise on your lunch hour instead of before, after work. Maybe you want to be able to throw a load of laundry in the dryer or unload the dishwasher, that kind of thing. So flexibility, okay? Isolation and loneliness. So we're getting into, let's see here, mind over matter. So mind over matter say, I hate being stuck in the house. These people are getting more work out of me evenings and nights, okay? Okay, so watch this. So this is where scheduling comes into place, mind over matter. Scheduling. Okay, that's a great comment. So let's just read the article really quickly. So isolation and loneliness. I like being alone, so I never feel lonely. So I don't know how to deal with that. But while working in an office can sometimes provide too much opportunity for distraction, the flip side is that working from home can offer very little in the way of social interaction. Okay, communication. Despite the proliferation of ways to stay connected with technology, communication with coworkers and supervisors can still be a challenge for telecommuters. If you're not in the office with people, it can be hard to have the kinds of casual interactions that build business relationships. Yeah, but you can still build those relationships online. You can use Zoom. There's so many video conferencing, apps that allows you to still communicate with people. There's Zoom, there's Skype, there's a cell phone, there's WhatsApp. So you can still, you can still communicate with people in the office. So I think that's an easy one, right? Missed opportunities. This is a big one. This is a big one because you're not socializing in the office as much, right? In addition to feeling lonely and having to work harder to keep in touch with their colleagues, some people who telecommute fall victim to out of sight, out of mind issue when it comes to promotions, opportunities to work on plum projects, and professional development. That is true, but depending on how your work from home situation is structured, they can see your progress because there are telecommuting software that they can use that they can actually look at the progress of the work that you're doing. So you won't necessarily be overlooked for projects and stuff like that. If you keep your work up and the quality of your work at a certain level, you won't be overlooked. But if you're dealing with, people who are in the office and you're telecommuting, then that might pose a problem, right? Too much autonomy. This is something that the average person has serious problems with. Autonomy. We have been trained for so long, go to school, get a job, and at least 8 hours a day giving your time to someone else, right? And then all of a sudden you're thrusted into Karana, and it's like, oh my God, I have all this time to myself. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't even know how to organize my time. You know what I mean? So this is where you find all of a sudden your life has been given back to you and you don't know what to do with all the time. And I tell you this, on your days off, when you have nothing to do, the day flies by like that. And you're like, what the hell did I do today? So calendaring. That's important. Really fill up your calendar. That's the best thing I can tell you. Okay? Where there's no boss around or office to go, you're the one responsible for keeping yourself motivated. And it's easy to fall into the trap of working during family time or doing personal tasks during work time. Calendaring. Okay? Calendar. You understand? Time management. Right. That's the idea. Time management. Calendaring. It takes skill. Being given back your 8 hours a day, it throws you off for a while. It really throws you off for a while, but you get used to it. Calendaring, time management. You got to buy books on time management and planning your calendar. You're going to be thrown off trust me, you're going to be thrown off for a couple of months, a couple of weeks, but you're going to get used to it. Yep, you got to, and that's prioritizing. That's a big one. Prioritizing, turning off all notifications, calendaring. If you're working for other people, you know what I mean? So think about that, right? So let's continue. Oops. Right. Okay, so things to do to prepare for telecommuting. Why am I saying this? Guys, if you work in corporate America, okay, I am telling you, there's a massive overhaul in employment that's coming. Be prepared. Be prepared. Everyone is focused on Karana, and I'm like, okay, wear your mask, practice social distancing, wash your hands, wear your gloves, do what you need to do, okay? But there are much bigger issues than Karana. 22 million Americans are unemployed. Where I am, there are major department stores that have not been opened in 2 months. There's massive unemployment coming. Okay? All right, so your physical needs. Let's get there really quickly. Okay? Many of us have experience working on laptops. We can connect to Wi-Fi, mobile hotspots anywhere with ease. However, it's still necessary to think about the physical needs of this. The first thing you need is space. You need space. Guys, don't be ashamed of converting part of your bedroom into an office. Because people think, oh, I need something luxury. I need a $500 chair, and I need a $300 table, and a $100 cabinet, and a $1,000 printer. Nope. You could just rearrange your bedroom and make a makeshift office right in your bedroom. It's nobody's business. Your job is to keep your job. Keep your job. And even try to, while you're keeping your job, try to work on building something of your own at the same time. So you need space, right? Never say you don't have space. right? Yep, yes, we are. Right? Exactly, mind over matter. You need to think more about the economy than Karana. They told you, Karana, wear your gloves, wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance as much as you can. But trust me, there are bigger issues. Okay? Layla Love, thank you for joining us. Layla Love said something very important. Okay? Discount computers, where they sell all kinds of computers at an affordable price. Okay? Mind over matter. Oops. Mind over matter said, bought a new laptop, a new table for £15 and a chair for £10 and ordered Wi-Fi for £35 unlimited. You don't need a hell of a lot of money. And here's the other thing. You're probably thinking, where can I set up my makeshift office? You don't need expensive stuff and you don't need a lot of space. Okay? You can, if you have a spare bedroom, that's an office. But if you have no space, it's a matter of moving furniture around. Okay? It's a matter of moving. Thank you, Layla. It's a matter of just moving furniture around. It's that simple. You can use, okay, I think it was, hold on. Queen V said it. Queen V said, mine is in the living room in a corner. Because most people think, I can't telecommute because I don't have space in my house. Yes, you do. Everyone's house in the West, unless you live in a circular house, has a corner. All you got to do is move your furniture around. Okay? Put things against the corners. Okay? So put things against the corners in the room, and all of a sudden, you're left with a lot of space. Right? Closet. Okay, Dad's Duchess. Now we're thinking. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong one. A closet. So we're answering the question of space because I want people to be prepared. Okay? L-shaped desk. This is a big one. L-shaped desk that has a bookcase. Cost effective. There's your office right there. Right? Okay, let's see. Layla, I have a okay, hold on. Why is it not showing up? Okay, yeah. I have a 1-bedroom apartment and have my setup in my dining area next to my dining table. That's all you need. Because people think like, an office, I need an entire room and I need the best of. No, it's all a matter of moving around your furniture. Okay? Mind over matter says using fold-ups. That's right. You understand? So guys, really begin to think, really assess your living quarters, whether you have a studio, whether you have a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 2-bedroom house, whatever you have, right? The point is, look, don't focus so much on Karana. Focus on everything surrounding Karana. And the most important thing that we're seeing is that we're seeing unemployment is up to 22 million. Exactly, mind over matter. Use your bed if you have to. Fu Manchu said, I have a friend who's been working from home for the past 5 years, and she loves it. I love it too. Look at this. Oh, oops. Use your bed if you have to. Whatever. Do you know you could buy a foldable? You could use your bed, right? Line your bed up to the wall, put your back against the wall, and there's something called a foldable computer, a computer stand, a computer table. It's foldable and it's adjustable. So you could be sitting anywhere and you're working. Okay? So really, really think. So don't say you can't work from home. Okay? Because saying that you can't work from home is going to get you fired if it comes to that, right? All right, so let's see. Most important thing is your internet access. This is the most important thing. There's no way around it. There's no way. You have to get good internet. And I have good internet, but I just have a lot of trolls. Since an internet connection is a necessity for telecommuters, you may be able to deduct, watch this, some of it on the cost of your monthly bill on your taxes if you itemize and only claim a portion of your bill. A tax professional can help you, so keep those receipts. Okay? One of the if you're working from home, if you're working from home, one of the things you always want to do is you want to keep your receipts or just use, oh, sorry, let me just switch back to this share screen. Okay, so you want to use things like your debit card. Okay, so if you're working from home, every purchase, use a debit card or prepaid card, whatever it is, keep it on a card, because then you have all your receipts in one place, right? Okay, so technology, all right? You need a good computer, you need a good cell phone, you need a good external computer monitor, speakers, microphones, headset for conference calls and video calls, right? Here's what you want to do. In terms of computers and cell phones and stuff like that, while you're home, make sure that you can use YouTube. You know how to use YouTube, you know how to use Zoom, you know how to use Skype, you know how to use WhatsApp, and even Discord, because Discord now, they're using Discord for work from home. Learning how to use the software or Hangouts, okay? So these are some important software you need to know how to use. Spend the time, 15 minutes a day, Skype, Zoom, Dropbox, Discord, Hangouts, WhatsApp, okay? Make sure you know how to use those software, okay, for communication, all right? All right, so if your employer plans to provide a computer, work with your IT department to get everything set up and troubleshoot any issues before you leave the office. So this is a big plus. Once you're working remotely, you can't just call IT to come to you when something goes wrong, but they'll probably be able to work remotely. But you make sure you test everything so that it's up and ready. Troubleshooting is important. Now, miscellaneous supplies, right? Yep. Better tax situation, and you're saving a hell of a lot of money working from home, right? So watch this. Miscellaneous supplies, right? Beyond hardware and software, there may be some other supplies you need to work from home, okay? Mail, if you need to mail or ship things to a client, how are you going to handle that? Errand and expense, okay? So let's say you don't have to mail, okay? Email is fine. E-signatures are fine. So find out if you're dealing with things that you don't have to mail. Some things you have to mail, some things you don't have to mail. Okay, if you have to mail it, you got to find out from your company about that expense. Are they going to give you an like an expense account? Okay, so you're going to have to find out about that. But try e-signatures, okay? Find out your company's policies about e-signatures, okay? This is another thing. Your office supplies, your printer, your ink, okay? You remember, you don't have to print stuff. Scanning, okay? You can e-fax, you can scan. You can also go paperless, okay? So find out about your company, who's going to be paying for those things, and if they're going to reimburse you. Okay, so these are some of the things you want to look at, right? Okay, so emotional considerations, loneliness. Okay, so one of the things you want to do is, if you know you're spending a lot of time at home, you want to, when your day's over, okay, when your day's over, you want to spend time with people. When your day's over, call people, go out. You know, if you're not married, you don't have kids, you know, go out. You know, try to spend, you know, when you finish your work schedule, go out. It's important that you go out. You're going to understand what I'm saying if you transition to working from home. Go out. When work is over, when it's lunchtime, get up and go out. Meet people, have a coffee, have a glass of wine. Okay? So think about that. Oh, that's a good one. HV, yeah, HV blocks all other ink. Yep. Right? So loneliness is a big issue, right? Okay, setting boundaries. This one is a big one. If you're working from home and you have little children, okay, adults usually comply, you know, if you're not living by yourself, adults usually comply. It's kids. You have to, if, you know, like with Karana, they're at home, okay, you have to set boundaries, you know, you have to set boundaries. And if you're not good at setting boundaries, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, now is the time to do so. You got to let people know, look, my work hours are from this to this. I need this quiet time. And you have to arrange for them to do other things. Okay? Okay? When it's time for you to quit, quit. Now, here's the thing. Working from home, if you're working for a corporation, they're going to want to give you like 20 hours work within an 8-hour schedule. Nope. Nope. Pace yourself. You do 8 hours work in an 8-hour schedule. Are you guys following me? Right? Right? So 8 hours work in an 8-hour schedule, because sometimes people are going to be sending you like, oh my God, this is like 20 hours of work. No, 8-hour work, 8-hour work day with an 8-hour schedule. I do 8 hours of work in 8 hours a day, right? Putting on work clothes every morning and then changing into leisure outfit when the workday is over. For some people, they have to do this in order to be professional. I say if you don't need it, don't do it. But for some people, they're so programmed to work in an office. But if this gets you to get the work done, then do it. Okay? All right, distractions. This is a big one, right? Just like there are distractions in an office setting, there are distractions when working at home. They'll probably just different kinds of distractions. Your refrigerator, a needy kid, more than likely it's a needy kid, or the temptation to get a few household tasks done when you should be working. Make sure you don't fall prey to all the distractions that come with working from home. That's why you keep an itemized to-do list. Okay? If you're working for someone else, itemized to-do list. Itemized to-do list that will fill up your schedule, right? Motivation. To successfully telecommute, it's essential to have a reserve of self-motivation. You've got to have the internal drive to make yourself work. This can be hard sometimes, okay? Motivation, okay? You got to find what drives you to work at home, okay? If you're hustling to pay back your student loans, tape a sticky note with your outstanding balance to your computer monitor. Whatever it takes to motivate you to get that 8 hours work in. Okay? Right. Okay. So Brother Kofi, that's a great comment. Let me just get to the article and look at that. So accountability. So now you're accountable to yourself. Okay. So why don't you, a great thing to do if you're working with other remote work employees, start an accountability group, you know, with your coworkers. All your coworkers who are doing remote work or telecommuting, start an accountability group. So that way you guys are motivated to get the job done every single day, right? So watch this. Task management apps like Airtable let your boss and coworkers keep track of your progress on projects. And time tracking app like Toggle can help you see exactly what you're spending your time on and prioritize your tasks. Okay? Collaboration. Being out of sight no longer means you have to be out of mind to the people you work with and collaborate with. If you want an easy way to casually communicate with co-workers, you can use Slack or Flowdoc. If you're looking into video chat, Zoom to help you. If you just need to keep everyone on the same page virtually, Trello is a good option. Look at all the free collab software out there. Okay, taxes. This is a big one. Your taxes may become more complicated once you're telecommuting, but some remote workers qualify for home office tax deduction. Okay. Unfortunately, only self-employed telecommuters are currently able to claim the home office deduction. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 eliminated most miscellaneous itemized deductions, which is where employees could take the home office deduction. If you're a small business owner or work as an independent contractor freelancer, make sure you understand how the home office deduction works. I just say stick to a private account, public accountant, okay? Just get your tax rep to do it. Your certified tax professional, I'm thinking CPA, okay? Just get your certified tax professional to do it, okay? Note that if you're working remotely because you're relocated and you're now in a different city or state from your employer, get clear on your withholding allowances before April 15 rolls around. If your new home state has a higher or lower state income tax bracket, you might need to adjust your state income tax withholding to reflect that. Okay? Most importantly, tax professionals, don't do your taxes if you're working from home. That's what I advise anyway. Okay, in addition to the physical and emotional preparations for working from home, there are a few more things to think about. Okay, professional development and networking. You got to go out and network. Okay, regular check-ins. Remember I said that. I'm not going to go through all of that right now. Okay, all right, here's the article. And I'm posting this. You guys are watching right now, right? Yeah, I used Slack before. I like it. Okay, so that's a great comment. You guys are posting some really, really, really good comments here. Hold on. Okay, so Zahara said also your car insurance will decrease. Just call INS company and let them know you're working from home. It will lower your payments. Right? I have an accountant, but he's pricey. They're pricey, but they're worth it. Remember, the taxes are going to be totally different when you're working from home. I don't advise anyone to do it for themselves. Right? Okay. Slack, yep, I've used Slack before. It's pretty easy. Interviewers, let's see. Okay, interviews don't tell you that you are the setup, man or woman. So pace yourself. You never know which you are. All right, let's see. Okay, Brother Kofi said, buy debt paper, start your own collection business. Okay, let's see. My 6-year-old has a hard time with me being at home and we can't play all day. He's also distant learning. Yep. Yeah. So it's hard for some people to adjust. But people usually over a period of time get accustomed to routine. And new routines are hard to learn, but over time, yeah, people get accustomed to it. Okay, so introvert says, that happened to me during my 2 years as a trainee despite working in the office, you see? Right? Let's see what else is here. Okay, great. So that was that article. All right, so let's look at some. Okay, some of these things are kind of pricey, but I'm not telling you go out and buy these things. I'm just showing you some of the things you're going to need for your office. Okay, everyone during Karana needs to have a home office. And a home office doesn't mean that you convert an entire bedroom. If you have the spare bedroom, go for it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to convert an entire bedroom. A home office could just be a corner in a room. And the first thing you want to do is you want to start with a budget. Okay, you want to start with a budget. So watch this. Work from home on the cheap. Build a home office for under $300. How can you switch from office cubicle to working from home at little or no cost? If you've already got a laptop and a smartphone, that's 90% of the battle right there. It's possible to equip a basic home office under $300. Now, all I'm showing you is just some essentials. Okay, just some essentials. You don't have to go out and buy the exact same thing, but these are just things that you're going to need. Okay. Okay. So this is from March 16, 2020. So this is Karana info. Microsoft and Google sent their employees home to work as a precaution against Karana. Apple, Facebook, and Twitter as well, even though they're sanctioning everyone left and right. Many other companies throughout the world are following suit. Many other companies. Okay. Many other companies are following. Okay. Some of us work from home. Many of us have not. This is the time to start. Doing some work from home over a weekend is one thing, but working full time inside your house is a different ball game. First thing you need, we talked about that, is space. Okay. You can spend a lot of money, but I say start cheap. The first thing you need is your desk. Look at this. You can get a simple computer desk for $30. It works. Works. It works. See that? Oh, shoot. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So this is the desk. This is a $30 desk. It works. This is just so you at least have something, you're prepped, you're ready, you're prepared. Okay? It works. Right? Right? So don't think, most people think, oh, I need a luxury desk. No. It holds your computer. It holds your printer. It holds the files that you need. It works. $30, done. Then when you get the hang of it, then you can upgrade. Okay. Most important thing is a comfortable chair. Okay. Watch this. $53.84. Total $83.67. It works. Ergonomic chair. Okay. Ergonomic chair, because they're going to be spending 8 hours in that chair. Okay. Now this, I think this is pretty cool. A 24-inch LED TV, $168.67. Okay. All you got to do is, if you have a laptop or you have your cell phone, okay, because some of you are like, oh my God, I have a cell phone and, oh my goodness, my laptop is broken. There are certain tech devices that can allow you to hook your cell phone up to a keyboard and the keyboard to a flat screen TV. And you can do your work from there. This is $160. Okay, the most important thing, what did I say? Your keyboard and your mouse. I think my keyboard is a Microsoft keyboard and a Microsoft mouse. Okay, your keyboard and your mouse. So far, we're up to $184. Okay, keyboard and mouse for $16. You need a good keyboard and a good mouse. Okay, most important thing, printer. And here's what I always say. When you buy a printer, it's not the printer. Buy at least 3 months of ink. So this is a printer for $60. Now we're up to $243. Buy extra ink and extra paper. Okay. So look at this. Okay. Okay. So your stapler, and I like to say a file cabinet. Okay. Okay. So this is a cyber power. Okay. Outlet. This is $40. Electrical outlet, surge protector. Okay, let me go up here. Okay, that's the stapler. Where's the surge protector? Okay. Okay, so surge protector. Okay. And this one is your USB dock, multifunction USB dock. Okay, because you're probably going to be saving on a lot of USB drives. Okay, and this is a deafener concentrate. You're up to $381, and this is $11 or $12, right? So an ergonomic chair. I've been meaning to buy an ergonomic chair. Let me just do something really quickly. Awesome Live, yeah. $300. Oops. Trying to like $300. And you're getting some really, really, really good things. Let me post this article. Okay. You can set up your office at home. You're ready. Now that's minus the internet connection. We're assuming you have your internet connection. Make sure you have really good internet connection. Okay, there's the article right down there. Okay, guys, and always remember, you can also e-fax. You don't have to mail documents out. You can scan things, you can email, and you can e-fax. Okay, e-faxes. So that's a great article about building your home office, right? Okay, now let's say you're at home and you're like, you know what, I kind of like this, and I see that the workplace is going towards this direction. How can I, when Karana conspiracy drops and it's time for us to get back to work, can I propose to my boss telecommuting as just an option? So this article, really short, straight to the point. This article helps you how to put together a telecommuting proposal. Okay, I'll just go over it in short. So those people who are like, I see where this is going, they're going to be doing partial. I'm telling you, your CFOs are thinking about it. They're like, what? We could like lower the cost of all these people working in this office and save like all that money every year. Trust me, I think at least 20 to 30% of the workforce is going to be telecommuting. I'm telling you, 20 to 30% of the workforce is going to be telecommuting. So with that said, a proposal, okay? If your boss is not already considering a business proposal, right? So this article gives you a broad idea of how to put together a telecommuting proposal to work from home and what's in that proposal. Introduce the proposal with a brief cover letter, particularly if it will be distributed to multiple people. The proposal itself should be modeled on a business proposal. Think of your employer as a client and you're trying to convince them, and use your proposal to sell your idea of telecommuting. If your boss, if you're already telecommuting and they're opening back up the economy and you know this is coming, why not create a proposal? So that unfortunately, I don't want to say this, but pink slips are coming. I really don't want to say this, but pink slips are coming. Am I wrong? Karana, right? Yeah, you can e-fax, right? So, pink slips are coming, right? So you got to be prepared, right? So look at this. Telecommuting would work. How would it work, right? So the most important thing you want to show your employee is save costs. Number one thing, save costs and efficiency. Done. You want to show them, how can I still be efficient while saving you money and saving me money too, but saving them money while producing the same quality of work. That's the basis of the proposal. I believe that if I telecommute, I'll save you $5,000 every month, $2,000 every month. Okay, and I can still, using this, produce the same quality work. You think employees are not going to love you? Come on. And they may even use your proposal to build out a telecommuting system at work, right? Okay, so responsibilities. You got to outline what your jobs are, your job is, your daily activity, your weekly, monthly tasks. How can it be done from work, right? Your hours, okay? Your hours at work. How are you going to be doing that at home? Okay, technology. What technology does the company have that allows you to work from home? And what technology do you have that allows you to work from home? So does your company have an intranet where you can just back into the internet? What safety, IT security that you need in order to protect company information? You know, these are things that you're going to be looking at. These are things that's important to employers. Okay, what types of software? The most important thing, the most important thing your boss wants to know is IT security. Okay, so cost and logistics. What would be the cost of new technology? Who will pay for it? Are there low cost or free option software? Remember, if you're dealing in finance, you don't want anything free. Let me just leave that there. You don't want anything free. You want to pay something because you're dealing with, very sensitive work, right? How are you going to communicate, right? So you have to have a communication plan with your co-workers, your clients, your supervisors. Okay. Will you be able to available by phone, email, text? What's the fastest way to reach you, right? Are you using project management software, chat software, Slack, right? Accountability. Who are you going to be accountable to, right? How are you going to be accountable when you're telecommuting? And then how are you going to be communicating with them? So you need to have a communications plan, an accountability plan, right? Now, remember what we said in the beginning, the benefits. You got to show your employer why it's beneficial for them. Okay? You're not telling them how it's going to be beneficial for you. You got to make it beneficial for them. How can you do your job better by saving them money? Let me make this bigger. Right? Okay, so you got to look at your personal problems that you'll face, right? Yep, pinkies, pinkies are coming. That's so true. And this is why I'm putting this video out there because I know it's coming. And we got to prepare. And the articles and the research are showing Black people, only 20% are prepared to work from home. Guys, you busted your ass to graduate from college. You busted your ass to pay for the student loans. Don't lose your hard-earned gains by not preparing for the employment transition that's taking place now. Okay? Don't lose your hard-earned gains by not preparing for that massive overhaul in employment that's taking place. They're telling you it's coming. You busted your tail to land that job, your perfect job. You graduated from college. You're paying off your student loan. You probably have a mortgage or rent or whatever. Don't lose that because you're not taking the time to prep for the changes in employment. And one of those changes, the massive change that's coming, is this thing, telecommuting, right? So what are some of the potential problems we discussed? Childcare, if you have young children at home, if you have the money, you have to put that child in a place where you'll be free to work from home. Okay, so childcare is a major factor, right? Next step, giving your supervisor a clear next step to take after they review the proposal. So what's the next step, right? And then not all companies or jobs will be compatible with telecommuting. Understand that. But as the options for remote work and distance collaboration increase, more employers are considering telecommuting as a part of their employee scheduling. Okay? Don't lose your job because you're not prepared. Right? So, that's one of the things. This is a really good article that I think, right? Watch this. Some can sell some sneakers and pay for an office. Yeah, for sure. $200 for sneakers. You could put your office together. There's no reason why you can't have an office. The other thing that you want to do is you spend $50 and you get a file cabinet. Okay? $50 and you have a file cabinet. That's another thing they didn't mention in the article. You got to have a file cabinet. Okay? And make sure you buy a file cabinet with a lock. Right? So the last thing, so that's that article. So the last thing you want to do is you buy books. Books. Okay? These are telecommuting books. Let's make this bigger. Right here are books on working from home, remote office, teleworking and telecommuting, telecommuting for dummies, telecommuting success, managing teleworkers and telecommuting strategies, virtual work, managing telework. Books. Books. Take the time. If you are in the workplace, take the time to buy some books. Buy Telecommuting for Dummies. Simple, easy, straightforward, right? Even though this book is old, it's 2001. So I would advise you buy a modern telecommuting book. So maybe they have an updated version. So one of the easiest things to do is books. Okay? Right? So let me just put this here. This link is going to be really long. And you can Google it if the link is horrendously long, which I think it is. It's going to be really, really long. Yep. I knew it was going to be long as hell. Okay. It probably won't even go. Okay. It's 2 links. It's 3 links. It's so long. Oh, goodness. Let me just delete it. Right? So all you got to do is just books. Right? All right. That's a starter book. Yeah. Zahara, you are welcome. Okay, Mind Over Matter said, watch this. Most jobs will provide you with equipment, at least Wi-Fi and laptop. I only bought my laptop and Wi-Fi because I moved. I returned their stuff. Guys, just remember something. If they're buying you your laptop and your Wi-Fi, they're monitoring that laptop. Let me just make that clear. Okay? If you're using their laptop and their Wi-Fi, they have security systems in there to monitor you. So just be aware of that. So don't use a laptop for non-work business. Bear that in mind. Right? Okay, that's another great point too. So if you're telecommuting, okay, if you're telecommuting, you're one of the lucky ones who may not have to be vaccinated. But I don't even want to, let me just use the word V because, you know, YouTube and that word, the V word. Okay, so E. Carter says, let's see here. Yep, regarding the laptop and the equipment they give you, they'll block anything you're not supposed to download. So be aware of that, right? Thank you, E. Carter, for that. Okay. All right, guys. So that was 1 hour and 30 minutes. Any other questions or any other comments? Guys, if you want to do, right before we go, let me just do this really quickly because I don't want to stay on here longer. And we have to. Okay. Oops. We're almost done. Just give me 1 second and we are there. So guys, we are literally almost done. And it's just one more thing I want to show you guys. I just want to tell everyone, thank you so much for booking the appointments. It's been a pleasure speaking with every last one of you. Okay, before we go, is there anything anyone else wants to say before we go? Oops. right? All right. So for everyone who is interested in learning more about these things, or you want to prep, you want to plan, you need direction, you need some assistance, okay, this is the consultation page, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, okay? And you can read the reviews, okay? J.A. says, thank you so much, Black Sunrise. The session was so insightful and revealing. I got to learn a lot about my situation. Okay, K. Wright says, I cannot begin to express the profundity of my session with Renetta. It was insightful, revelatory, and sobering. What I liked most was the non-passive approach to our discussion, meaning it was not about you do this or you do that. Instead, her message is framed such that it is up to the individual to take personal responsibility and use your mind. And her dream interpretation ability was invaluable. She brings into view the full picture of a dream or a vision when you might have overlooked or missed some hidden jewels. I shall return. You guys can go and just take the time and read the review. So if you're looking for some direction or some counseling or some insight, never go through these things alone. Reach out, make an appointment for consultation, and I guarantee you, you will be satisfied. All right, guys. Okay. So, okay, Mind Over Matter says, yeah, Mind Over Matter, I just, she said, I'm not a narcissist. No, because it's not about me, it's really important for me. I think you can do anything reasonably, reasonably and give quality work. That's just my style. I can be reasonable and give quality at the same time. So that's just my style. And I try my best to listen to what people have to say and try to guide them in the best direction as possible. Right? Okay. All right, no problem. Yeah. Mind over matter, I prefer it too. I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. All right, Ecourse. So once you figure out which one you want to do, go for it. Right? So guys, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't want this video to be too long. And Friday, we're going to be doing dream interpretations, where I'm going to be doing some consultation on Friday. Come in, write your dreams, and I'm going to give you directions on your dreams, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much, so much for joining. Please, if you can, if you know anyone who's working in a corporate environment, please at least discuss these articles with them, share it with them, help them to prepare. If they don't want to listen, fine, okay? If they don't want to listen, mine about the same person. No problem. No problem, Mikara. Share this with them if you know they're working in a corporate environment. If they don't want to listen, fine, but at least you shared it. If it's for yourself, really begin to look. Angela, you're welcome. Woke OL, you are welcome, right? If you really begin to look, they're telling you the employment sector is changing and you have to change with it. All right, guys. So guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you back on Friday. Have a great day. Love you. Love each other. Take care of yourself. Bye.